So I understand that hemp has a lot of protein in it, digestible protein. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, good question. And that was the thing that most attracted me to hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are categorized as an ekine. That means they have no enzyme inhibitors. So unlike legumes, grains, and nuts, that most people, for instance, if you eat beans, how do you feel? You get gassy typically, right? It's because there's a coating around the protein. It's hard to get access to those amino acids. The plant is protecting itself. Well, seeds don't have that. They have different other structures to support that protection. So when you eat hemp seeds, you get easy access to the proteins. That's why people, very rarely will people have allergic reactions to them, where they'll have more reactions to grains or nuts. So hemp seed is a very high quality protein, concentrated at about 30% protein. Meat is only about 25% protein. The rest of it is what? Saturated fats. Yeah, exactly. So the beautiful thing about hemp seeds is it's all essential fatty acids besides the protein. And a little bit of fiber, which of course is important for us. Yeah.
What about when we get deficient in protein? Because there's so much misinformation there about nutrition and nutrients, and we're told some people say to avoid fat, some people say to have them, some people say to have low protein and high protein. We know protein is important for our bodies. What happens when we get deficient in them? How does it show up in the average person?
Good question. So the critical fact with protein is true. Most of us eat way too much protein. And if you get tested by doctors, they always say you need to cut back or do this and make changes in your diet. The problem is, it's not so much, it's what we're eating, it's what we're eating, it's and how we're eating, because it's been changed so much. So these foods have been damaged and we're not getting access to the protein because the food's been cooked or genetically altered or chemically processed. So the proteins are very difficult to get at. And again, just like the enzyme inhibitors or meat products, animal products are very complex and hard for us to break down, especially after cooking. So our ability to get at the proteins are challenged, so they start getting clogged up in our system and being undigested. So our body starts building up these toxic levels of all these undigested proteins. But protein is critical for all of our functions. All movement in your body is based on amino acids. So when you look at the blood, for instance, is blood important?
Absolutely.
Well, what's it for?
It carries nutrition to the body.
It moves everything. It's your delivery system. So everything moves on the back of protein because your blood is made up of plasma, which is protein. So when we're eating quality foods, they're easy access to the protein, it helps support our whole delivery system. Because the amino acid chain is like a train. All the vitamins and minerals ride on that through your body. But if you don't have a good source of protein, your whole transportation shuts down. And it starts to get clogged up. And that's what we start to notice mucus issues. And colon starts to get smelly and full of fecal matter and things like that, and everything starts to back up in our sewer system. Yeah. So the nice thing about hemp seeds, and keen and easy access, I call it the nitrous oxide of protein for humans. It's so easy to utilize and get at, and we get great results for performance.